potential is really high here. I know they're projecting to put it on Oil Creek, and then you have the Allegheny here, which, in my opinion, I know it would be a hard thing to pull off, but you can make a good park here, which would bring in some people, you know, and then you can make one of the best parks in the entire world right here, which could make people possibly move here for it.
Access is probably the big thing, and promotion. You know, if more people knew that it was available, I think it would serve the area well. People don't think about it. They drive across the bridge and drive to and from on their way to work or get groceries, but nobody really thinks about what they have here.
For decades, centuries, in American development, particularly in the East, towns turn their back to their waterways. But that's all changing. And we can be on the ground floor of that with our community by utilizing our waterway resources.
First thing I noticed when I came here, you know, an hour and a half ago, is that everything is here. Okay, you've got your parking already. You've got your bridge here. You have your restrooms, your changing room. You've got a nice grassy park. You know, you've got places to hang out. You have the water right here. You have a creek here, which is, I guess, the you know, the projected site. And then you also have, you know, a great amount of water here. So it is all here, which is awesome.
Whitewater parks draw from a wide area. Two of the largest canoeing kayaking clubs in the nation. One is in Pittsburgh, one is in Cleveland. Hundreds of members. They would be coming to Oil City.
You see a very diverse group. You see young kids, and then you see very old people, you know, 60, 70, 80-year-old people.
My aunt, she's older than I am, I'll put it. And they live on the tidal creek for the Chesapeake Bay. It's actually in their backyard, and she paddles up and down that all the time. And when they come up here to visit, she's taken them out on the kayak before, and they really have a good time. And she seemed pretty excited when we mentioned that this might come to her area.
The river people are friendly people. Anytime I've ever had to put on the river or take off in a storm, whatever, it just brings a lot of good people out. And I think that the more people who use this area, the more benefits, you know, that'll come to town.
They tend to just be very down to earth and fun, enjoyable people.
It's a friendly environment. Like, everybody's willing to teach me something, and you know, I feel that the atmosphere of being in the boater world and outdoors with preservation or whatnot and stuff actually spills over into the economy or whatnot, and you know, people coming around and actually trying to help enhance a town where a whitewater lake park would be.
When my wife and I were first married, we'd go out and float around and play a little bit, and then as the kids got older, they enjoy it as well. And it's a good family hobby or playtime, I guess. It's relaxing and not that expensive.
Buena Vista is one of the best play parks I've been to. It's 700 CFS. We're looking at 15,000, I believe, which is the amount of water to make the best park in the world. Buena Vista, they have one play hole, soon to have 4 more, and then Salada, they've had two play holes. And Salada kind of reminds me of here because this place, Salada, is right in town. They have 2 play holes right under a bridge, similar to here, okay, right in town. So people, they roll into town, get their boats out, paddle for a while, walk into town, you know, get something to eat.
We are hearing nothing but positive about how these have impacted other communities, have really affected other communities that develop whitewater parks. Communities have seen a downtown revitalization when they've been located near the downtown, and if not, they have seen nearby development where they have been located. Kayaking is one of the most rapidly growing sports, and it's a sport that attracts people that tend to be affluent.
I want to have the park just for advanced boaters, because that's not what it's all about. It's to get everyone out there.
One of the things that we do at Slippery Rock is we have a program every year called Paddle with the Pros. And last year was my first year participating in Paddle with the Pros. But one thing about that is being interacted with pro kayakers, maybe not even pro kayakers, but more experienced boaters to come out, and they actually show you more, helps actually get you more into the feel of kayaking and helps the comfort level And actually, not only would it transfer, I believe, from here, but it would transfer out anywhere in the general area because people know where to come to start.
All of us are Swiftwater Rescue trained, so it's really cool. Most of us are instructors. We do a kayak roll clinic every other day, every other week. So we like to spread the word. I definitely think Slip Route come to it. We do kayak, kind of like an introductory kayak course. We're doing one next weekend. And I think kids that went through that one might want to come up here and just practice playing on waves. They maybe had like different levels of waves, like maybe a class 1, 2 rapid, class 3, 4 rapid. We get some kids playing on a little rapid, get used to it, moving to the bigger rapid. We have 63 staff approximately, give or take maybe 40, 60, something there. And students, I want to say it's about 200 every year.
As for park and play, it really enables us to be able to, say I get out of school and I want to run out and do something real quick. I don't have to worry about trying to get out onto, like, say 7 miles of wilderness stretch before I get to a rapid that I can actually play around on.
And it'd be a good place for us to have students put in, try stuff out, see how they like it. If they don't like it, they can sit to the side, or if they do, they can get back in and try it again.
I like to travel around and check other places out, so I think this will be good.
So the very first step is finding the ideal location and a location where it can be developed. Both waterways represent their own issues in terms of permitting. The Allegheny River nearby has a number of mussel beds that hold some rare and endangered species that must be protected and should be protected. But it limits how you can build or place structures in that area. Oil Creek has some other issues, certainly not mussels. But once you focus on a location and go through the conceptual drawings to see how it would fit within the waterway, and then the engineering studies to take it to the next level, then you have to get it permitted, which is an involved process with the Army Corps of Engineers, the State Department of Environmental Protection, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service because of the presence of endangered species in the area, and a number of other agencies. And then you have to come up with the money to construct it. It can take several years for the project to go from inception to reality. And one of the challenges is maintaining that forward momentum and that interest to have the support to carry it through to completion when it is such a long and arduous process.
Awesome. I mean, it's all here for you.
With the right hole, if they put in here, you could have world-class events, all the time, freestyle events where professional kayakers from all over the world would come.
One of the most important things people can do to support the project is to let council and their other elected representatives know that they do support it, that they want to see this happen in Oil City.
I do see a lot of potential in it, and I do see it probably being one of the things that would grow.
I'll tell you, this river has a lot of potential because there's a lot of water and it's flowing very fast.
I'd really like to see a whitewater park put in here.
You can get stronger.
You could have advanced paddlers in there surfing, doing tricks, and then also you can have people that are just learning, getting the same buzz, I guess, and the same excitement off of just going through the rapids. Okay, so it's good for everyone.
I guess you could say self-sufficient system in itself for kayaking.
The Oil City Whitewater Recreation Park Committee worked with the Venango Community Foundation to establish an Oil City Whitewater Fund. By doing it through the Community Foundation, it is a tax-exempt organization, and it allows for a tax-deductible donation to be made.